Have you ever spent a few hours watching some of your favourite YouTubers' videos and then gone back to your own channel and thought, I feel like I've been doing that for a long time with everything I've ever made. So a goal that I and probably a lot of other YouTubers have set this year is to learn to make better videos. And fortunately, I know exactly how to do it. But before I talk about step 1, I need to do step 0, which is make a coffee. It's early. Step 0 complete. In my experience, if you want to get good at any particular skill or any particular thing in life, you only really need 2 things. The first thing you need is persistence or determination, that sort of thing. Basically just the willingness to keep going in spite of failure, just over and over and over again. The reason this is so effective for learning things is that once you finally do get the skill ingrained in your head, it's very difficult to forget it, much like riding a bike. Let me give you a really weird example. You see this guitar pick? Obviously, it's up my sleeve. But be honest, man, that was pretty good, right? Like, honestly, you have no idea how many hours I spent as a teenager just flicking coins up my sleeve, hours on end in a mirror, like watching to make sure I was getting it right. Now, it's probably been like 16, 17 years since I started trying to teach myself that trick, which makes me feel horrendously old. But the point is, I can still do it now without really even thinking about it. So that's the first thing, persistence. The second thing you need is a bit of humility, open-mindedness, a willingness to try new things. Because as you're learning a skill, you're going to get to certain roadblocks along that journey. And if you're not willing to adapt your approach and change the way you're doing things to potentially improve, then you're just going to keep trying the same thing over and over again and not getting any further. But how does this relate to making better videos, Tom, you may ask? Well, I've decided that I'm going to take on a bit of a challenge. I want to make better videos, so a fast track to that is persistent repetition and a willingness to try something new. So this is it. I'm going to start trying to daily vlog. I have never done this before and I fully expect it to be incredibly challenging to try and put out a video every day, so I'm giving myself a week's head start so that I've got a bit of time for the editing to sort of get soaked up if I fall a bit behind. But basically, unless some emergency comes up one day and I have to knock a day out, you can expect to see a video on this channel every day for about 30 days is what I'm hoping to do in total. And good news, you're not going to have to wait for long because I'm putting the first video up tomorrow. And it'll be linked here in the end screen when it's done. So for now, subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, man, I hope you enjoy this experiment. It's going to be a fun one. I imagine it's going to be a little stressful too, but we'll see.